situated with parking here on Gervais Street. Monkell Goodwine, again, set to join us here in just a couple minutes. So they'll be hopping in studio here with me in just a few. Very excited. Again, Monkell was supposed to join us out of Firehouse Subs on Tuesday out there at Killian Crossing. Had a last-minute defensive meeting, which we certainly understand, and that's far more important than coming around and jabbing with us for an hour. So we get it. He was fortunate enough to be able to reschedule, and as they're actually walking in now, so we'll get him in here in just a second. But excited to talk to Monkell and get his thoughts on coming into the South Carolina football program and, seeing what his thoughts are of being here already and, what he's going to be able to bring to the table with this team coming up in 2024. We got our first glimpse of seeing him here at South Carolina this past Saturday out at the spring game. Was able to get a couple tackles as well as a sack, as if you're watching on the Game TV, sponsored by Shepherd's Glass and powered by our friends over at Integrated Media. Wes and Monkell hopping into the studio. We'll get them situated here in just a second with the microphones and the headsets and get our conversation rolling. But the defensive line room as a whole, one to be very, very excited about here for South Carolina this upcoming season. In addition to Monkell, you also bring in a guy in DeAndre Jules, who we've talked about, had the potential to maybe even go to the NFL this past season, but decided to come to South Carolina to finish out his college career. You're obviously bringing back guys like Tonka and Boogie, TJ Sanders, Nick Barrett, guys like that. So you have a very loaded room and very excited to see what it's going to look like this year. As welcome in, Wes.
How we doing?
Doing good.
We good? We got
our guest of the hour.
Our guest of the hour, Monkell Goodwine, transfer from Alabama. Welcome in, man. How you doing today?
Doing good. I'm doing good. Thank you for having me.
Absolutely. Appreciate you being here. We understood why you couldn't join us the other day. Talking to your position group's a little more important than jabbing with us for a little bit.
Yeah, we had to get some things fixed in the D-line room, but, we got it all done.
Coach hit you with that last second little meeting.
Yeah.
It happens, man. All right, so first of all, I want to make sure we get this completely 100% confirmed. Is it Goodwine? Goodwin? Do people say it the proper way at all times? Tell us exactly how you pronounce your last name.
It's Goodwine.
Goodwine. Okay.
Yep.
From now on.
Well, that's what we've been saying.
That's what we've been saying. But
that's what it looks like.
We've got him here, so I wanted to make sure we were saying his name correctly. Yeah. So as we dive in, man, I was just talking to you off air. You've kind of been getting acclimated with Columbia, getting used to the area. You transferred in from Alabama. How has the transition to a new area, a new school been for you, man?
The journey's been good. I've been loving it so far. South Carolina's been treating me with love. The fans, the coaches, the players overall. My family's cool with it. I just found out I had family down here too. The first day I moved down here on my dad's side. So, I met up with them, seen them for the first time in my life, and overall South Carolina's good. I've been loving it, and it's closer to Maryland, where I'm from. So I've been having the time of my life down here.
Speaking of Maryland, quite a few guys on this team from that area. And I know obviously you were at Alabama before, but what are your thoughts on the fact that South Carolina has such a good foothold in that area when it comes to recruiting, getting guys out of the DMV?
Coach Beamer. He's a DMV native. I believe he was born in Virginia. I believe so. I don't know, but he does like guys from Maryland. And, we play some good football down there, man. We play some good football and basketball as well. But, it's just Coach Beamer. Coach Beamer been recruiting down there for a while. And he was recruiting me when I was in high school, when he was at a different school. I forgot what school he was at. I believe Oklahoma. I'm not sure. But, yeah, he was doing his thing.
So, obviously, you enter the portal. We always talk to guys that have been through that process, and I'm sure it's maybe a little bit nerve-wracking. You don't know which teams are going to hit you up when you enter the portal. We'll talk about why you chose South Carolina here in a second, but what was your experience like? What was it like to kind of put your name in there, be like, I'm leaving Alabama, taking a little leap of faith here? Yeah. How was that process?
Well, honestly, to be honest with you, I didn't want to hit the portal. I told myself that I'm going to stick to one school and only one school because all my life I've stuck to one team, and that's what I believe in. But it's just when things ain't work out, you gotta take it for the run.
And so I guess from that moment forward, you start getting hit up by some schools. South Carolina's obviously one of them. I know you took a visit here. What was it as you kind of went into the second recruiting process, I guess, for you? What landed you here in Columbia, South Carolina?
Well, I didn't want the the oohs and ahs. I didn't want to see all the nice things that's gonna get me to come here. I was just strictly business. I wanted to come here. I knew that South Carolina needed some D-line in the room, so I said, hey, I'm finna bring some depth to it, and I'm finna contribute in some type of way. So Coach T-Rob, the position coach for the D-line, man, greatest coach I've ever been with in my college career. Even at Alabama, I'm having a blank right now. With my old coach, he's a good coach as well, but things took the turn for the lesson. Me ended up with Coach T-Rob. It's been great. And I knew what I wanted to do. I knew what I already had planned. Once I hit the portal, I said, man, I'm finna go to school. I'm not finna wait. I don't want to do no more visits because I knew it's going to get exhausting. And, man, I stuck to South Carolina, go Gamecocks, baby.
By the way, it's okay that you forgot your coach's name. Oscar Attaway couldn't remember Coach Blackwell's name a couple weeks ago talking to the media, so it's certainly okay. You mentioned, your priorities kind of shifting, and you were a highly touted guy coming out of high school, being a 4-star. At what point did those priorities start to shift of what you were looking for in your college career compared to when you were coming out of high school?
Well, the college life is real different. When I was in high school, you be that one star player on the team and destroying things on the field. But when you went to Bama, you going against 5 stars every day, great guys every day, man. I was going against Evan Neal, getting on my butt every single day, freshman year, man. It was a good story. But I mean, what I was looking for, man, every college athlete, just be on the field, contributing to the team, just trying to be the best you could be on the field. And, it's going to take some time, but that was what I was looking for.
So you're now in a D-line room with some guys who were returning to South Carolina, kind of some veterans, but are known, I would say, as like kind of faces of the program in terms of being leaders and carrying themselves the right way. Oh, yeah. How much did like Boogie and Tonka and TJ, how much did all those guys kind of just welcome you and Jules into the room in terms of like just making you feel comfortable?
Man, it's a big impact, a huge impact. With them guys being there, man, it makes everything easy. Because, if they wasn't there and me and Jules came in, it probably would have been a little mess. But Bug, Tonka, TJ, all them guys, man, they work their butts off. They deserve every single accolade that they deserve, but they are top tier. They are one of the top tier D linemen I've met, and they handle their business. They don't get in trouble. They do everything right. They're good. They're good people. They're great people.
And how attractive was that for you when looking at schools to come to the fact that you were going to be going into a defensive line room that was very veteran heavy and a lot of guys that have played a lot of football around you?
Well, I knew that there was only 3 playing in the games from last season. So when I was looking at that, I knew that they definitely need depth in the D-line room. So when I seen that and knew that it was there for a long period of time, I was like, man, this finna be cool, man. I've done it before. I've been in the room with vets before, and I know the experience. So it's nothing new to me. But man, when I got here and being there with them, everything was cool. They didn't have no issues, no troubles with me. They welcomed me with open arms, and everything just went from there.
Let's talk about the spring game a little bit, man. Being out there in front of South Carolina fans for the first time, and seemed like from our eyes, you had a pretty good day, man. You got out there, made some plays, and really, I thought the whole D line had a good day. Y'all were rolling guys in and out and staying fresh and getting penetration in the backfield. What stood out to you about your first spring game experience here at South Carolina?
The fans, man. The fans were really supportive. And just my teammates just being supportive to the fans. Like my guy, JuJu. Not JuJu. Oh, man. I'm still learning my teammates.
You good? It's okay.
I'm still learning my teammates' names. He wears number 0.
Yeah, you talking about on offense? Yeah. He was carrying around doing interviews and stuff.
Man, man, I love that guy. That's my boy.
Hilarious.
I love him. One thing that stood out to me, man, is just interacting with the fans. it's something I ain't never seen before. Like at Alabama, you'll see guys interacting, but everybody will be on their game. And seeing JuJu, he's been out for a month or two with his injury, but he still be out there supporting everyone. Make sure he's in everyone's faces and just doing his thing, man. He inspires me. He inspires me a lot, bro. That's all I can say. But, that's something different that I've seen so far in the college life of just being in the game. My first time being here, but yeah, it was a good experience.
So you get to see the full effect of it when the season starts in August. What'd you think of the pregame 2001, cocky, all that kind of stuff, the presentation leading up to the start of the game on Saturday night?
Yeah, man, I already know how it goes. That's what everybody was telling me. I'm excited for that, really, to be honest with you. I know the icing on the cake was just the spring game, man. Mm-hmm. Seeing the fireworks and all of that, it was all fun. But and then on top of that, at nighttime, we played at nighttime in the spring game. It was fun. It was lit. I like how the setting was, man. Ain't nothing better than playing at nighttime. I tell you, especially being home. But man, when the season comes, I'm already knowing that it's going to be hectic. It's going to be a lot of fans at the game. 80,000 people, more than that. That's what Coach T-Rob and the players was telling me. Man, they said, man, it's electrifying.
You mentioned Coach T-Rob being the best coach you've been around. I guess, what was your focus this spring as you and him kind of worked together and kind of developing and improving your game? Were there any just specifics or particular things that you were focused on in terms of like progressing and taking that next step?
No, not really. Really, the main thing was just working on my technique, just getting production. Mm-hmm. Coach T-Rob don't like block gobblers, man. He like playmakers. So that's what he wanted me to do. He wanted me to be a playmaker and just do everything right on the field.
Okay, we're just kind of talking about it in the break there. You were actually okay with the official stats and sack numbers you got coming away from the spring game because some of your teammates were protesting quite a bit as the game went along that their sacks were not being counted.
Oh, yeah. Just like we was talking about Boogie sacks, his sacks. So he was complaining that he could have got Lenore's. He could have ankle tapped him. But I don't know. Boogie was the one really protesting in that whole game. So.
So Coach Beamer talked on Tuesday at one of the little Gamecock Club meeting things. Coach said he thought he had a pretty good batting average in terms of he went back and looked and basically did film review on himself on if he was right or not. Coach Beamer felt like he was pretty accurate on that. So I don't know. It sounds like it, but guys, the quarterbacks around here are not small.
No, they're not. Not at all. But hey, when the team get back, man, we're definitely gonna have a protest about that. D-Line's gonna get him Coach Beamer for it, but he if he says he's accurate, he's accurate. But hey, if Boog got to say so, Boog got to say so.
Well, Boog, I don't know if you know this. Boogie's a former class president in high school. I feel like Boogie is the guy. If somebody was gonna sort of rally you guys to create a protest against Coach Beamer's sack policies, Boogie would probably be the guy to do it, I feel like. Perfect fit.
I didn't even know Boog was a former class president.
Yes.
Okay.
Does that surprise you, though?
Yeah. Learn something new every day.
He's very, we've had him in here before. He's very diplomatic in his approach to things, I think, to say the least.
Yes. Yeah. Love him, man. So, by the way, we were talking about it off air. We hear Coach Beamer say, guys, tag him off. That counts as a sack. For the fans out there listening, what is that? Literally, is just two-hand touch, or what does that mean?
If it's above the waist, just tagging them off, with two hands, just basically two-hand touch, but it got to be below the waist, and you got to make sure they see it.
Got you. So, Coach also said in some of the scrimmages, the quarterbacks were actually live, and that it was full on. It was real football. What was that like for you guys on defense, and watching the quarterbacks kind of run around? What was that like to play some actual scrimmage, full tackling?
Great relief. I can tell you that. Great relief. When we know we can't sack the QB, man, it gives us stress, man. It's like sometimes even if we do tag him, they're not going to call it because the QB may get away, the QB may not get away. But when we have the full power to just go after them, man, it's a great time.
Now, given the fact that is your teammate, you obviously have to be careful as well. So what's that line between going all out and not wanting to hurt the guy that's going to be your quarterback this fall?
Well, look, No, man, these guys are athletic enough, man. You know, they do a lot of athletic things. I don't know. Sometimes a sack might not hurt them. Maybe something better, maybe something more may hurt them. But I mean, we try to just ease off on the sacks. Like we try to not go crazy or do anything in that nature. We try to just bring them down to the ground, or even if we do touch them, we just hold them.
Give him a hug, right?
Yeah,
there you go.
A little big hug, man.
Well, I mean, you can tell he's a defensive lineman because as soon as I talked about hitting quarterbacks,
his eyes lit up.
You got a big smile on your face. So I think that's a good sign.
You know, I don't think that ever goes away. Preston Thorn, a former defensive lineman for South Carolina, does our morning show, and he played college football 20 years ago. He still lights up when he talks about hitting quarterbacks. It's like in your nature; it never goes away.
Yeah, the quarterbacks they have an argument with that one where when we tag them off, they be like, man, they don't be touching us, man. They don't be getting us. You know what we doing, man.
I feel like this is an ongoing battle, an ongoing thing between the quarterbacks and the D-line. What did you think, man, just being out there with the defense as a whole? It felt like everybody was kind of flying around. The linebackers were getting to the football. DBs made some plays. I know you always hear especially defensive coordinators talk about like rush and cover, how those two things are kind of always combined with each other and play off of each other. What did you think of just the defensive performance as a whole in the spring game?
Well, we definitely got to do some corrections on it. We had some messed up plays, but overall, the defense was pretty good. Man. We was flying around. We seen colors every side of the hash. We was getting we was getting in action with it. You know, I mean personally, this defense is going to be great. We're going to have a great defense. I can tell you that.
One of the big storylines around this defense last year was the switching to a little bit more of the 3-3-5 towards the end of last season. Numbers got a whole lot better, improved as the season ended, and Coach White has talked about that being another important part of the defense going into this year. Do you have a preferred the 3-3-5 or the 4-2-5 in the way that you line up, or are you good with either one?
I'm good with either one. Long as I'm out there freely to play, man, it's nothing that's going to stop us.
I want to go.
I like it all.
Sorry, I want to go back to Alabama. And so Saban, I'm trying to remember, Saban retired.
It was after he committed here.
Right, but it was...
I was leaving like when he retired.
Yeah, how did you find out he had retired?
So we was in the meeting. They had called a team meeting. And it's a crazy story. We would call a team meeting, and we typically thought it was going to be like a meeting about our schedule, what we got going on for workouts and that sort of nature. So everybody comes in, Coach Saban comes in, and his wife was there. Typically, his wife don't be in the meetings. This is a little surprise to us. So we all just chilling, and when he announced it, man, he ain't heard nothing but pin drops. Like,
man,
you heard nothing but silence in that room, and in that moment, it was sad, but it was like, man, we're proud of this coach. Like, he done did so much. He's one of the greatest of all time, and to see him go, it was like, wow, like it's amazing. Like that's So yeah, man, it was a sad situation, but it was a good thing. It was a good thing for him. Yeah, he would be 100 years old 20 years later.
Yeah.
So.
Now, did you notice any change with Coach Saban this past season? Because people kind of point to the way he interacted with the media. He seemed to be a little bit more loose this past season compared to how he's been in years past. From a day-to-day sense, did you notice any change this past year with him?
No, I wouldn't say I noticed anything about him. He's always been himself, but I mean, I typically wouldn't look at the media or see anything what he was doing, off the field. Typically, I see him, when we're in the facility or when you're in meetings or practice. But no, I didn't see no change.
Do you have a favorite Saban memory just from your time there, or just even if it's not a specific thing, what will you maybe just remember most overall about play? I mean, you did play for a legend. Like, that's a lot of people say the best college football coach of our modern era.
Mm-hmm. Well, it was one time we was at practice. He got on my behind one time because I messed the play up, man. He was yelling at me. And it got to the point where it was embarrassing, man. It was a cool moment, though, because it was like, dang, man, I'm really having Coach Saban yell at me, man. But, nah, though, Yeah, that was one of the craziest moments. It's different. It's plenty of stories right now, but we'd be all day.
Yeah.
If I go, so.
Yeah. What do you remember what you did to get yelled at so bad?
I was at end and I was supposed to squeeze. Instead of squeezing, I just went full inside. I went full inside for the play. Tried to go for the dive, and he got pissed off. He got pissed off, and I think it was Jalen Miro that made that play as well. He went around me, so yeah.
Let you have it.
Now, we've heard in recent years that Coach Saban is quite the jokester. Can you confirm that to be true?
Oh, yes. And he don't even try to be funny. That's the thing about it. He doesn't try to, he don't be trying to be funny at all. He just says his joke, and this is hilarious.
Which, coming from somebody as serious as him, that probably it probably takes a second. Like,
right, it brightens up everyone.
Is he making a joke? Or can we laugh? Is that okay?
Yeah, right. That's how it be. It brightens up everyone day, though, when he makes a joke, though. It's surprising.
Now, what do you think your time there will? You talked about kind of going up against, some big time guys in practice. What does your time there do for you as you're an upperclassman? You've come to South Carolina, looking to contribute this year. What do you think kind of your time did there to help you prepare for where you're going to be now?
Man, just going against, like I said before, going against some guys, against 5 stars and 4 stars and guys in the top of the nation, man. It was good for me, because you're only getting better when you're practicing every day. That's the only thing about it. So when I was going against guys like J.C. Tyler Booker, Evan Neal, all them great offensive linemen, man, they was putting some work in, and I learned from them. How can I say it? You will surpass a type of level in your life where you're playing when you're going to be great. Like especially when the other guys are giving you the congrats, like, man, keep going on, keep working, keep doing your thing, man. You're gonna be someone one day.
Obviously, you get here to South Carolina. There's some veteran guys on the interior of that offensive line here as well, and I know you're maybe still learning everybody's name at this point, but are there some guys that you really enjoy competing against at practice here at South Carolina that you feel like maybe you've made them better and they've made you better so far through spring ball?
Rashawn Lee, he's the captain of that whole line. I like going against him. He hits me better every day. I feel like he's technique-wise, he has it. He's a smart center for the whole offensive lineman. So I love going against that guy. Jakai's he's a veteran as well. He does his thing. He's, like I say, he's good with technique as well. And he knows his plays. He knows what to do when it comes to a versatile defensive lineman. Man, I know his name. Sellers. I forgot his name. Sellers. We call him Sellers, but he just came in from HBCU.
You talking about Torricelli Simpkins?
Yeah, Torricelli.
The third.
Sellers. Yeah. Great guy, man. I love him. He's a strong. He got some grip on him, man. I'm glad we got him because I ain't gonna lie. He actually gets me better every practice. Like when I go against him, I be excited to go against him because it's like, man, like I'm finna put some work to you. Finna put some work to me. But yeah, we having some good one-on-one battles.
We'll continue our conversation with Monkell Goodwine as the Garnet Trust Hour rolls along on your Thursday here on the game. Monkell Goodwine, transfer defensive lineman for the South Carolina Gamecocks. Talked a lot of X's and O's. Let's get to know Monkell a little bit off the field now, and we were kind of telling you about this in the break. First question, as we always like to ask, what do you like to eat? Well, when you're not worried about, being in shape for the season or, the nutrition plan that they have for you, what are you eating on a day where you can just eat wherever you want?
Favorite food, go-to.
Favorite food. Well, when I'm back home, the Maryland people gonna know what this is, man. When I'm back home, I like to eat this. It's called mumbo sauce, chicken with mumbo sauce and shrimp and broccoli from number 1 China. I like Chinese food.
Okay.
Chinese food is good, man, especially from Maryland. And if I could bring y'all with me and give y'all some, y'all are going to absolutely tear that thing up.
It sounds pretty good.
So is mumbo sauce?
Mumbo sauce.
Mumbo sauce.
Yeah.
What does that taste like? Hard to describe?
All I know is it tastes like heaven, man. It tastes good.
Well, see, our PD, Terry, he's also from Maryland. I'll have to ask him about that because I'm sure he's very familiar with it, too.
He should definitely know it. If he don't, then I'll be surprised.
You a fan of Old Bay seasoning?
Oh, yeah. Maryland's known for, yeah. Maryland's known for
he's
crab.
acknowledging it.
Crab cakes.
Yeah, crab cakes especially, man. Our seafood is top tier. So, hey, we can't get better than that.
We were telling you a second ago, you missed out on the Firehouse subs, man. We had a huge buffet of subs. That's our biggest sponsor here. So how do you feel about Firehouse subs?
Firehouse subs is great. I love it. I love Firehouse subs, man.
What's your go-to?
I get the chicken, the spicy Jamaican chicken.
The jerk chicken.
The jerk chicken. The jerk chicken. I get that sandwich. That sandwich is so good, man.
We could have got you some of that, man. But Coach had to call a meeting so you couldn't make it out there.
Coach T-Rob.
Come on, T-Rob. Trying to make the guys better.
I was going to say, I imagine saying, sorry, I got some sandwiches to eat. Probably wouldn't have gone over too well.
Nah.
It's all good.
So,
until next time.
Hey, we'll get you back out there, man.
We'll make it happen.
We'll make it work. But we also asked the guys, if you're not playing football, you're not working out, not doing anything to do with the game of football, what are you doing in your free time just to pass the time?
Hanging with my friends, going on little road trips, playing my video games, especially Call of Duty. You know what? That's for me in Call of Duty, man. I'm too good. Playing UFC. I know y'all know about a little bit of UFC.
Yeah.
UFC 5. And, man, just hanging with my friends and family. Just getting time. That's it.
PS5 or Xbox?
PS5.
That's what I'm talking about.
Is everybody on the team PS5 for the most part?
I believe everybody's a PS5 guy.
Okay. Good to know.
In the entire world.
Everybody everywhere?
It's just better, man. It's just better. I've been a PlayStation guy my whole life.
Yes, sir.
So, all right. Did you sign up for the game for college football?
Yes, I did. And I'm so excited to see that. I'm so excited to see myself. It's crazy I'm going to see myself in the video game. Even though I might not be the biggest star on the game, but I'm definitely going to play as myself.
Now, what do you think your rating should be?
My rating should be at least in the 70s.
Okay.
At least. I believe in the 70s. I know none less 75.
Okay.
70,
you be okay with that?
Yeah,
you be happy with that?
That's a pretty honest answer.
That's a realistic, they're not going to just be like, oh, you're a 95.
Yeah.
That'd be cool. Right. But, hey, if you show out this year, though.
Then it's going to jump up some way, somehow.
Well, it doesn't sound like there was, but was there any hesitation when they were like, hey, we're going to give you whatever it was, $500 or and a free game, and you get to be in the game? Were you like, or were you like, sign me up now?
Sign me up. It's a great opportunity either way. You know, you get to play yourself you get to see yourself in the game, and hopefully if you do good this season, fans may want to play as you or want to play on the team. Mm-hmm. So it's a great opportunity either way.
And we know that there was this app that you signed into to put your information in. I imagine they probably took a picture of you as well. Like, what all went into the process of putting yourself into the game exactly?
I just signed up for it. It was just the app. I just signed up for it. They asked me for little information. That's about it. Signed up and got into the game.
Very cool. Well, we're kind of trying to craft our own little tournament here. Once the game comes out, we'll have to get you involved with that as well.
Definitely. All right, definitely.
So I tell you what, I want to know, do you know of any teammates that didn't opt in? Or did pretty much everybody that you heard opt in?
I couldn't tell you. I really don't know. I don't know who didn't opt in or opt out on that. So
it seemed like throughout college football, like most of the guys were posting those little graphics saying I'm in. So
it's probably I don't know. Everyone should. It's I wouldn't see why they wouldn't. I mean, it's football. It's NCAA. Who doesn't want a free copy?
The only person I'm aware of that didn't opt in was Arch Manning at Texas. Like, that's the only person that was, at least from a public standpoint, that's been talked about not being in the game at this point.
Yeah. So we were talking off air too. Pretty good on the basketball court.
Pretty good.
Pretty good.
Oh, I have my.
You did your homework here during the break?
I did my homework, man.
Okay, I love this. So we ask, for those who are new to the show, we ask pretty much every football player to give us his starting five in basketball from the South Carolina football team. Who you got, man? Is it 5 defensive linemen?
No, it ain't 5 defensive linemen. Who
you got?
So my first, at point, I'm going to have Jared Brown.
Okay.
Jared Brown.
Okay.
At my second, I'm going to have Elijah Caldwell. Caldwell's going to be my second. Third is going to be Tonka Hemingway. Tom's going to be the forward. Man, I ain't choose my two bigs. But I'm going to have to say our freshman O-lineman. What's his name?
Josiah Thompson?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Got to get Josiah because he's tall. The man's really tall, man. He's athletic, too. And I think he could do something good in the paint. Then I got to do my man, Jakai Moore, man.
Okay.
Got to get Jakai at the center, man. Jakai really a baller. I can tell you that. Jakai he's good at basketball, man. He does his thing.
Are you the coach here? Because you didn't put yourself in the 5.
I'm going to be on the bench.
Coming off the bench.
Six man. That's all right.
6 man of the year.
I just appreciate the honesty, though.
I do, too. Like that.
You're here to win, and if you have to come off the bench, then so be it.
So be it, man.
Still winning.
Got to do what I got to do.
And he put some different positions in there. I think some of the guys just automatically go to their position group. And I'm like, you can't have Boogie playing point guard. You see what I'm saying?
I could have put TJ at second. Definitely could have put TJ.
That would be a matchup problem for people.
I can still change something.
Yeah,
right?
Oh, yeah.
No,
yeah.
totally.
TJ's
This isn't locked in.
Sorry, Elijah.
Well, I think
coming off the bench.
So, and obviously Jared Brown just got here, but Jared and Elijah, I think that's the first time we've heard either one of those guys in somebody's starting 5.
Jared was actually balling during the game. From they had recorded the game
3-on-3.
Yeah, they recorded it, and it was one day we went to meetings and they showed it. It was so hilarious, but it was good though. Jared was actually balling.
I heard Larvidan is pretty good too.
Yeah,
other receiver.
Mm-hmm.
Kai Kroger apparently is pretty good. The punter.
He is. He wore a shirt. I forgot the shirt. Waffle House, and it's all night. It's up all night.
Yeah.
So it was like he don't miss. He's I can't even explain what it was. I forgot what it was, but it was a funny meme on his shirt that he had.
That's good.
About Waffle House.
You're going to be tuned in. You got quite a few teammates that are going to get their names called coming up later tonight.
Yes, sir. I'm excited for that. So excited to see how this draft is going to turn out.
How just cool or like fulfilling is that to see some guys you've all the hard work that you've put in and they've put in and just kind of being on the practice field with them and weight room all this time to see them fulfill a dream.
It's a proud moment for all them guys to see some of my former teammates go to the league and make it and be something great, especially seeing guys from South Carolina. I'm just excited for them. It's a proud moment for them, and I'm so happy for them all.
Now, in your time at Alabama, out of all the teammates that you've had that have gone to the NFL, including the ones that are going to get drafted over the next couple of days, who is definitively the best player that you have been a teammate with?
Man, I got to say Dallas Turner, Justin Boybe from the defensive line, Terrion Arnold, Kool-Aid McKinstry, a couple of them guys, man, I'm just really happy for him. I'm excited to definitely see Dallas Turner because me and Dallas Turner came in the same class, and me getting to know Dallas, personally, he's funny, man. And he done did a lot of things to inspire a lot of guys, and I'm actually happy for him.
You mentioned Kool-Aid. Did y'all ever pick on him for having that nickname?
Nah, it was a cool name.
It's a great name.
It was a great name. Great name for him to get his image off of it as well. So, man, go Kool-Aid, man. Go Kool-Aid.
Yeah, great name, great player. Now, you obviously weren't here last season at South Carolina. Have you met or gotten to know any of the guys that are going to be drafted for Carolina here soon, like Leggett, Spencer, Marcellus Dow?
I wanted to meet Spencer Rattler, but I didn't have the time to. But I did meet Leggett. Leggett he's a cool guy as well. Met him in the training room, and when we was talking, he was just like, man, just be prepared for what was finna come, man. For the summer and for the fall, man. Just be prepared for the hard work that you finna get.
And obviously wanted to get out there and play a whole lot this season. What are you most looking forward to in your first year here at South Carolina?
Success. Definitely success. I'm looking for a successful season. That's about it, really. Just having a great bond with them and having a great season.
So you're coming from a program that has been the standard of college football for pretty much the past 15 years. Obviously, Coach Beamer going into year number 4 now, still building on hopefully is what's going to be a lot of success going forward. What do you see in this program that you liken similarities to what you saw at Alabama?
South Carolina has a great standard. We've actually picked up on actually being a team. It hasn't been on one-on-ones. Everybody's been together. Everybody's been close together, and we all been grinding it out all together. That's one thing that I've noticed. That is a great. How can I explain it? It's been a great comparison from Bama to here, and everybody's working hard. The hard work here, the heavy lifting, the heavy running and all of that is different, but they actually the intensity here is picked up a little bit, and that's great for all the teams because mentally when we're tired, we all got to be together.
I know that you just finished spring ball, and we always like to give the fans a little bit of a glimpse of what a day-to-day looks like for you guys right now. I know exams are coming up or about to happen, and you maybe have a little bit of break before the official summer workouts happen. So what does a day-to-day in your life look like right now in terms of are you still getting in a lot of workouts or how does all that work?
Really, I've just been busy with school. I've been busy with school. I've been having a lot of free time. I haven't worked out yet ever since our spring game, but just being in the room, I have been going to the facilities just to chill up there and get some time to chill with my coaches and some of the staff members and all of that nature. But the day-to-day basis, I just be chilling, chilling, doing homework, doing exams, really.
So we know the month of May, you guys get a little bit of reprieve before you jump into things for the summer. What does that look like for you? What's the plan for the next month?
I'm gonna go home, see my mom, see my family. That's number one. They got to do that, and probably I don't know, drive somewhere and probably Florida or anything. Just have a good time and then work out. Of course, I'm gonna be back here in South Carolina again, so we're working and learning more of the plays and etc. I gotta stay on that. Gotta stay on top of that.
What has it been like learning under Clayton White? He seems like a genuine, down-to-earth guy.
I love that man. He's a chill defensive coordinator, but I don't want nobody on his bad side because he might be a little crazy if he on his bad side. But Coach White, man, he's a chill, laid back coach, man. He gets his job done. He want to make sure that everything is done perfectly on the field, defensively wise. And playing for him has been good.
Road trip to Alabama coming up in October. What's your advice to your teammates going into Bryant-Denny Stadium going to be?
Just be prepared for the fans. The fan base there is crazy. We got to be more disciplined. We got to play fast, very fast, and make sure that we just do our plays right, and that we don't let down.
I didn't even think about that, man. Is that gonna be weird to be on the other sideline?
Oh no. I'm gonna be ecstatic when
be hype.
Yeah, it's Bama, baby. We gotta go crazy. We gotta go crazy, baby.
Well, we're certainly looking forward to it. Certainly looking forward to seeing you coming up this fall, and appreciate you hanging out with us today, man.
Thank you. Appreciate y'all time.
Again, that's Monkell Goodwine, transfer defensive lineman for the Gamecocks. Got to see him in action for the first time on spring game on Saturday night, and can't wait to see what he's going to be able to do